Deceitful tactics were used by the BBC to secure its famous 1995 interview with Princess Diana. That was the conclusion of an independent inquiry that concluded this week. The inquiry was set up by the BBC following allegations that fake documents were used to trick Princess Diana into meeting with Martin Bashir, the BBC journalist who conducted the interview. It was an interview seen by more than 20 million people in Britain alone and forever made famous by this moment.
Well, there were three of us in this marriage because they've decided.
Diana referring there to Prince Charles' current wife, Camilla. The inquiry concluded that Bashir used underhanded and dishonest tactics to arrange a meeting with Princess Diana and that the BBC failed to investigate the issue and uphold standards of integrity when allegations of impropriety first surfaced. Tessa Arcilia joins us now from London for more on this story. So many years later, Tessa, but the fallout from this inquiry seems to be huge. Now we're hearing strong words of condemnation from Diana's sons. What are you hearing?
Indeed, I mean, the biggest impact of this is on the family of Princess Diana, especially her two sons, Princes William and Harry. And indeed, there's palpable anger coming from both of them, especially that statement that Prince William issued last night after that inquiry result, the report had come out. Let's take a listen to exactly what he said.
It brings indescribable sadness to know that the BBC's failures contributed significantly to her fear, paranoia and isolation that I remember from those final years with her. But what saddens me most is that if the BBC had properly investigated the complaints and concerns first raised in 1995, my mother would have known that she had been deceived.
I mean, there is a lot of feelings of sadness and hurt, really, from the family. The BBC had issued apologies to members of the royal family, but Prince William there echoing what has already been said by Diana's brother as well, Earl Charles Spencer, saying that they feel like things could have turned out differently if that interview had not happened and if she had known that she was being deceived by the journalist. So a lot of questions on whether things could have turned out differently. I mean, these are things that we can't actually answer, but you can't feel the palpable anger. Also a statement from Prince Harry, who said that our mother died, he said, because of this. She lost her life because of this, and he said nothing has changed, referring to the practice of the media that both princes have been highlighting throughout the years and have been really pushing back against.
Agonizing questions of what if, as you say, Tessa, and I wonder too what the impact will be of the results of this on the BBC and the press in Britain more generally. We know it has been an acrimonious relationship at best in Britain.
It has been explosive for the BBC as well. I mean, they had issued an unconditional apology because of this, because they had investigated claims of that deceitful tactic used by the journalist in 1996, and in the end called him an honest and honorable man. I think this is something that the royal family also are questioning. Why was that not done better? Who knew what when? And so the greater impact of this is, of course, public trust on the institution, on the BBC. It is a national broadcaster. And if you look at the papers today, you can see that this is all over the front pages, the anger towards the BBC and in the media in general. I think a lot of observers are saying that the repercussions, the repair that needs to be done between the public and their media institutions, it's going to take a long time before that trust is restored.
This is damaging to the British press because it means that there's a lack of trust. And for an inquiry to find that, you know, they have behaved unethically with regards to this interview, it really just, it kind of shakes the system. It shakes the real core of journalism because people will no longer look to that broadcaster and trust them.
I mean, there are suggestions of what can be done structurally within the BBC. And again, this is not just a big explosive inquiry report for the royal family, but also for the media institution and the BBC in particular. Again, they have issued an unconditional apology.
And Tessa, I gather Martin Bashir, for his part, has always denied that deceit was the reason he landed that interview, isn't it?
Absolutely. He maintains that, well, he had apologized for the fake bank documents that he had used in this, but he also maintained that those documents had nothing to do with Diana's decision, he believes, to give him that interview. He said that it had no bearing. So basically, she would have given the interview with or without those fake bank statements. But he had also apologized for them, and he said it was a stupid thing to do.
Tessa, thank you for this. Tessa Arcilia reporting from London.